It's Quarantine Pilates. I believe this is episode 3. Let's get moving. Hope you guys are doing well and taking care of yourselves. We're gonna start just super easy warm up just to get the body moving and get that spine nice and comfortable. So go ahead and take those legs nice and straight. Take right leg straight, left leg is gonna be bent. Big inhale, just take that right elbow to the outside of that left knee and just kind of gently twist, lifting up through the top of the head. You might have a little pop and crack in there, that's okay. Slowly bring it forward, and then you're just gonna swap it out. Right knee bends, left knee is straight. Take that left elbow to the outside of that right knee. If you just need to hug that knee, that's totally fine. But we're just gonna sit up tall and then gently twist. Again, lifting up through the top of the head to find that nice length through the spine. When that feels okay, come back to center. We're gonna start with that nice twist, that seated twist. So separate the feet about shoulder distance apart, hip distance apart. You can take those arms across the chest, behind the head, or out to a T as long as you're not gonna whack anything. Big inhale, sit up tall, exhale, twist, twist. This is super, super gentle. Exhale, twist, twist. Again, just getting that spine nice and warm and happy. Rotation for the spine is fantastic and highly recommended. So we just wanna get it nice and warm and moving. Let's do one more to the right. Perfect. Relax those arms, keep those legs where they are. We're gonna take the left hand on the floor, right arm goes up and over, and just stretch, lengthening through that right side of the body. Big inhale to center, right hand comes down, left arm goes up and over. Just gently exhale, stretching that left side. And you can come back up to the top. We're gonna bend those knees and just kind of let those feet rest on the mat. We do wanna keep our heels in contact with the mat the whole time we're doing this. Just slowly, you can start with those arms out in front, or if you wanna grab behind the backs of your legs here, just above the knees, that's perfect. We're gonna slowly start to articulate down through the spine. So drawing those abs in tight, start to tuck the tail. Roll it back just a little. We just wanna find that nice curve in the low back, but we're really pulling those abs in tight. Inhale, exhale, restack the spine. So remember, arms can be out in front or you can grab, whatever. Exhale, same thing. We're gonna go back just a little bit further. So this is just kind of a progressive roll down. Take an inhale, exhale, sit up nice and tall. Let's go for 2 more. We wanna slowly kind of get all the way down onto the mat by that last one. Again, we're keeping those heels in contact with the mat. Take an inhale, exhale, restack the spine. This will be the last one, and then we're gonna roll all the way down. So roll it down to that point where the feet aren't lifting. We've still got those heels down. Those abs are drawing in tight, those shoulders relaxed. Big inhale, exhale, restack the spine. This last one, you guys, go ahead, roll all the way down onto the mat. Bone by bone. Relaxing down. Feel free to shimmy down if you need to, adjust your britches, whatever. We're gonna go right into the series of 5. So curling up head, neck, and shoulders, we wanna focus on the spinal and the pelvic stability here. If you need to set your head down at any time, do it, it's cool. We're gonna hug the right knee into the chest, the left leg extends. I like to grab on the inside of my left and the outside with my right, if that makes sense, whatever. Hug that knee into the chest, and then we're just gonna switcheroo. We're going for about 10 of everything. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hug both knees into the chest gently, pulling everything in. Inhale, reach those arms over the head. Exhale, sweep those arms around, hug those knees back in. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sweep. Again, we're always focusing on pulling those abs in tight. Exhale, sweep those arms around. Let's go for 3. 2 more. Big inhale, exhale. Last one here. Reach and stretch. So now from here, take right leg up, left leg hovers. You can grab behind your hamstring, your calf, or your ankle, whatever floats your boat. Gently pull and switch. Pull and switch. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there's 8, 9, and 10. Take both legs straight up to the ceiling, hands behind the head. If you need to take hands under the low back, gently go for it. Inhale, lower down, exhale. Draw those abs back in and up. We're always focusing on the stability through the spine and the pelvis. So we don't want to drop those legs down so low that our back arches and our belly pops up. We want to keep this stable while we mobilize through the hips and the legs. Shh. Let's go for 2 more right here. Inhale down, exhale. Keeping that belly button pulling tight to the spine. Last one here. Perfect. Here's our last set, you guys. We're going right into bicycle abs. Bending one knee, opposite shoulder, opposite hip, and then we switch. There's 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Relax the head, neck, and shoulders. Hug those knees into the chest. Kind of look right, look left. Just relax for a second. From here, we're going to take those heels down onto the mat. I want y'all to take your heels together, toes apart. So you're finding that fancy pants first position. That's what I call it. Those toes might be lifted, so you can really press those heels into the mat. Those knees should stay in line with your middle toes. So if toes turn out, knees follow, vice versa, okay? From here, we've got this V position. Draw those abs in tight. Slowly start to tuck the tail. Articulating up through the spine, bone by bone, so we're going right into our bridge. Exhale, tuck, and roll it back down. Remember, anytime, if you cannot do that articulating bridge, keep that spine nice and flat and just move in one fell swoop. I always like the stretch through my back when I do that articulating bridge, so I love it. I'm always gonna do it. Good, we're going for 3. We're gonna go for 2 more. Last 2. Peeling up. Take an inhale, exhale, roll it back down. This last one, let's stay up to the top. Finding that full expression of bridge, looking again for that diagonal, knees, hips, shoulders. Keep those ribs heavy, those hips high. I want you to really lift those toes off of the mat, squeeze those cheeks, open the knees a little wider, and then squeeze inner thighs to bring those knees a little closer. So the feet and the knees should kind of be moving together. It's like a butterfly. So we're warming up those cheeks and those inner thighs, but we're maintaining the stability through the pelvis and the spine. So this should feel kind of wacky, but really good. Really squeezing those cheeks and return. Let's go for 3. Squeeze, 2, and last one there. Just find that comfortable first position where we started. Tuck the tail, roll it back down. Take a second there. You can hug those knees into the chest. You can kind of let your back relax into the mat. From here, extend that left leg out long on the mat. We're going to take that right leg up to the ceiling, just the best you can. Keep the pelvis nice and stable. So we do want to work in that neutral pelvic position. Hip bones and pubic bone are level. We might have a little space in between the low back and the mat just to go along with that natural curve of the spine. Arms can be out to a T, down in a low V. I always like to keep my hands on my hip bones and my ribs so I can feel what's going on. Either way, we're keeping that corset tight. We're going big circles. So you're going to take that right leg out, gently sweep it down, up, and back to the top. So it's really going to be more of like a capital D. There's 2. We're going 5 each direction. 3, 4. Last one this way. And there's 5. We're just going to change direction. So take it down first, sweep it up, out, and around. So again, we're maintaining the stability of the spine and the pelvis while mobilizing through that leg. That corset is tight. We've got 2 more here. 2. And last one. Just take a second, hug that right knee into the chest, maybe open it out to the side, maybe you cross it over ever so slightly, get that stretch. We're just gonna swap it out, same thing. Righty goes down, find that neutral pelvic position, left leg goes up to the ceiling. So again, starting with those circles, sweep it out, down, and back up to the top, keeping the spine and the pelvis super stable. This is your own range of motion, so it doesn't have to be crazy. Don't make it so big that you compromise that stability. Last 2, and last one there. We're just gonna reverse it. So now lefty goes down, up, and around. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one there. Again, take a second, hug that left knee into the chest, breathe, relax. You can open that left leg out. You can kind of gently cross it over, just get that nice stretch. When you're ready, we're gonna go for rolling like a ball. So this one's wacky, but it's kind of fun. So you can hug those knees into the chest. We're gonna curl up the head, neck, and shoulders. Big inhale. As you exhale, roll it up. Oh, the first one's always the hardest. Then from there, take an inhale, exhale, roll it back, and we're coming right back up to the top. So feel free, you can hold on to those knees as you're doing that. You can hold on to your ankles if you wanted to. You could even let go completely if that feels okay. There's really no right or wrong. We just want to make sure that we don't roll onto the head or the neck. We really stop at the shoulder blades, kind of mid-shoulder blades-ish. Let's go for 2. And last one here, I want you to stay at the top. Find that place where you can balance on your tush. We're holding a teaser, basically. If you want to make this a little more challenging, you can straighten the legs, you can lift those arms up. We'll hold for 3, 2, and last one there. Breathe for a second. We're gonna turn to the side. I'm starting with my right side down and my left leg is gonna be the mover in a second. We're gonna start with some side plank. So remember with side plank, you guys can have your hand or your elbow down, whatever floats your boat. We'll start with that hand, but again, drop that elbow if you need to. Top foot is slightly forward, bottom foot is back just behind it. Left knee is up or whichever leg. Take that big inhale. As you exhale, push up into that side plank and just find it because we're gonna hold it. From here, hand or elbow, if you need to drop that knee down, that's perfect. Either way, find the side plank that works for you. I want you to take that left arm up, reach, maybe you stretch, and then slowly rotate. We've got 10 rotations right here. There's 2. Big inhale, open, exhale, rotate. So my right shoulder is staying pretty stable right here. So it should be pretty safe. Again, find this at your own degree. This doesn't have to be crazy. Good, we've got last 4. Open, rotate, last 3. Big inhale, exhale, stretch. 2. Perfect. And last one here. Good deal. From there, go ahead, slowly, carefully bend those knees, drop that right hip down, or the lefty, whichever one you're on, doesn't matter. Find a comfortable position for your head, neck, and shoulders. So again, you can have your head in your hand, or you can rest your head on your shoulder. If you've got a pillow or something around, use it. It's fine, it doesn't matter. We do want to keep shoulders stacked, hips stacked, and that spine is long from your head down to your tail, okay? Bring those legs forward, 90-degree angle at your knees and your hips. This is one of the biggest requests that I get in my classes, which is horrible because this one sucks. But we usually use a strap around the legs during classes. It's still gonna suck without the strap. Don't worry, okay? It makes your booty burn, it's wonderful. So we wanna keep the ankle and the knee in line with each other. Don't let that foot drop or that knee go up. We're gonna keep this stable. So we're gonna take that leg up. It's like the whizzing dog, but we're on our side here. So we're shooting for about 10-ish of everything. My counting's not always great, so just whatever, just deal with it. Keep the spine long, keep those abs tight. Think that's 4. Left arm, he can do whatever, I don't care. I like to place it on my top hip so I can really feel if my pelvis is stable or not. We don't want to let this rock and roll all over the place. We want to keep it pretty stable. Good, let's go for last 3 right here. 3, 2. This last one, I want you to hold it up. Internally rotate from your hip. So your knee is down, your foot is up. We're gonna tap the knees together, hike it back up, and now we externally rotate, knee is up, heels touch. So we're getting the head of the femur to rotate around in the socket. Perfect, so that's getting all of these extra little muscles in our booty to work. We're leaving no stone left unturned in there. Every muscle in that top cheek is working, which is wonderful. Slow and controlled. Again, keeping the pelvis nice and stable. Breathing, hopefully. Good, let's go for last 3 right here. 3, 2. Last one there. Okay, that's nice. So breathe for a second. You need to whack your tush, do it. It's fine, it helps. We're just gonna change our position ever so slightly. Slide those heels back. So now your heels are in line with your cheeks and the front of your hips are open just a little bit more. Your knees are still bent at a 90-degree angle. We've got that same 2 sets again. So again, hike that entire thing up and then bring it right back down. Slow and controlled. We got 5 more right here. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold it up. Internally rotate, tap those knees. Externally rotate, tap those heels. So again, we're keeping the spine and the pelvis super stable, mobilizing through that hip, through that socket. Tons of muscles are working in here. It's wonderful. I can feel every one of them. It's great. Shh. All right, y'all. I lost count. Let's go 3 more. That sounds good. 3. Perfect. Last 2. Last one here. Whoo, Lord. Hug that knee into the chest. Straighten it out. Whatever you need to do. Kind of flap it out. Whack that tush. Whatever you need. Breathe. Big inhale. We're going to come up. Fancy pants. Let's go ahead. We're going to flip it and get into that side plank on the other side. And then we'll get that right cheek. Or the other cheek. Whichever one you're doing. So, flip it. You're just going to take that hand or elbow back onto the mat. Top leg goes slightly forward, bottom foot goes slightly behind it. Top knee is bent, take a big inhale, exhale, come up into that side plank. Find that position. So again, those shoulders are stacked, those hips are stacked, that spine is long. If you need to set that knee down, do it. Open up, inhale, stretch, exhale, rotate. So again, we've got 10 of these big rotations. It's wonderful, it's great. Stretch, there's 3. 4, 5, 6, almost there. There's 7, 8. Let's finish out. Last 2 right here. 2, reach, and last 1. All right, y'all. Go ahead, drop that knee down. You can drop that hip down. Breathe for a second. We're just gonna set up for our leg lifts, our whizzing dog on the side. So finding that position that works for you. Head in your hand or head on your shoulder, whatever. If you got a pillow, use it, it's cool. Bring those legs forward. Knees are at 90 degrees. Same thing with the hips. So this first set, those shins should kind of be parallel to the front of your mat. We're gonna hike that top leg up, hike it up, and then return. So remember, we want to keep the pelvis nice and stable, just like we did on the other side. We don't want those hips rocking around. I always like to think of like the cheeks up against a wall. And when you hike this leg up, you don't want that top cheek to press further into the wall. You want to keep everything nice and stacked up. Good, let's go for 3. Last 2. This last one, we're gonna hold it up. Internally rotate, tap those knees. Externally rotate, tap those heels. Perfect. So again, we're moving the head of the femur around in that socket, getting those abs staying nice and tight. That corset is tight, so that transversus abdominis, the corset around the midsection, he's working along with this cheek. Good. We want to try to make this as big as we can without losing that stability. All right, let's finish out. Last 2. Excellent. And last one here. Perfect. Breathe for a second, whack your cheek, whatever you need to do. We're just going to change that position again. So sliding those heels back, lining up your heels with your cheeks. So again, the hips are slightly open, but those knees are still bent at that 90-degree angle. Let that bottom leg rest. Top leg is working. Hike it and return. Perfect. Last 2 sets right here. Keep those abs drawing in tight. Good. Shoulders are stacked. I'm breathing. Same junk, other side. That's it. Good. We've got 5. Last 4. We're going to add that twist in a second. Last 3. 2. This last one, hold it at the top. Internally rotate, tap those knees. Externally rotate, tap those heels. Crank it slow and controlled, trying to make the in-between as big as you can so you keep that work for those muscles the whole time. They don't get a break until the very end. That's what we want. We always want to work in that time under tension. It's good stuff. It keeps those muscles engaged the whole time, which builds strength and endurance, which is fantastic. Oh, let's count again, whatever. Let's go to last 2. 2. Perfect. And last one, a little extra never hurt anybody. Perfect. From there, go ahead, you guys can whack your tush, breathe for a second. We're gonna roll over onto our belly. Last little series here, last little set in this stretchy time, I swear. Go ahead and roll onto your belly as gracefully as possible. All right, so we are gonna start with some shoulder blade work, some shoulder movement. I want you to glue the feet to the floor. I don't care if they're together or apart, it doesn't matter. Relax the upper body, but really draw those abs in tight, lifting those hip bones ever so slightly. So we're really protecting that low back, but keeping that corset drawing in. Take those arms out to a T and just keep the forehead lifted just like an inch or two. If you need to rest it, you can, that's fine. Either way, from here, keeping everything else super still. I want you to inhale, squeeze those shoulder blades, lift your little wings, and then slowly release them back down. Lift and lower. So be very careful with those shoulders. We don't want to go bananas here. I don't want you to take it so far back that you feel too much pull in the front of the shoulder, the anterior deltoid. We want to make sure we're working those rhomboids. Those are the muscles on the back of the body that squeeze the shoulder blades together. I don't know about you, but I like a nice sculpted back. So that's what we're working on here, y'all. Let's go for 2 more here. 2. We're gonna add a little to this. So now, keep those arms hovering. This time as you inhale and lift, I want you to lift the upper body as well. This doesn't have to be huge. Exhale to return. So what we're adding here, along with the work for the rhomboids, we're getting what's called thoracic extension. It reminds me of Jurassic extension, which is Jurassic Park, but it's not, it's thoracic. That's the spine along the ribs. We're working those muscles. This is postural work. These are those muscles that help us sit and stand up taller, which I don't know about you, but I don't want to hump back. Let's go for last 2. Last one here. Relax those arms. You can rest your head on your hands for a second. Just kind of let your shoulders relax. We've got a wacky one. Well, we got 2 more wacky ones. Just deal with it. So for this next one, you guys, I want you to bend your knees, bringing your heels toward your tush, just gently. Reach back if you can and try to grab those feet. If not, we're just gonna kind of go that direction, okay? So we're gonna do one of these. This is called bow. So as you inhale, I want you to think about squeezing your cheeks really hard and driving those heels up to the ceiling. So we're gonna lift, squeeze your cheeks, use your cheeks. Exhale, release. That's it, one and done there. That's easy peasy. Last set here, y'all. Take those hands under the shoulders. Chicken wings are tucked in here, legs are comfortable. I want you to inhale, we're gonna do a few little swans. Then we're gonna go into a little rock and catch, that one's fun. Exhale to release. I'm gonna scoot up just a little bit. Inhale, lift. Remember with swan, it's not about getting your arms straight. It's about lifting up through the ribs, the belly, and the hip bones. We want to get those hip bones up off the mat. That's what's going to stretch the front of the body, but also protect that low back. We're keeping those abs, that corset engaged, which is important. All right, y'all, this last one, I want you to find your swan. Wherever that is perfect. Those arms don't have to be straight. This is called rock and catch. This one's fun. So keep the corset tight. Keep those little cheeks squeezing. Hold this position. You're going to let go with the arms and catch. See, that's fun. And back. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one. Hold your swan, bend your knees, set your booty back to your heels, and just stretch. Just relax. Just breathe. Lengthen through the spine, kind of round out that lower back. You can walk both hands over to the left. That way you get that stretched on the right side of the body. A couple big inhales and exhales. Then when you're ready, just walk those hands over to the right, getting the stretch on the left. Just breathe and relax. So this one, like that other one, you guys, that was about 24 minutes. If you wanted to go through that again and do it again, you can. That would be a great, like 45-minute workout, more than that, whatever. Just do what you can. Keep moving and stay in shape, y'all. Have fun.